Hi, I wanted to give you an explanation of the coaching dashboard and also how to get a hold of me. So this is my contact information, my email, my text, whatever. If you need to reach me in between sessions, that's fine. The coaching dashboard is a Google Doc. I find that that's really good for collaboration. And it's a spreadsheet, and there's tabs across the bottom. We'll only use the first two for the most part, but I tend to throw other things in here as I invent them in case we need them. The first tab here is called the dashboard, and there's a column for each of our sessions. At the end of the session, when we set the date for the next one, we'll make a new column, put the date in here. In between sessions, or if you haven't done it at the beginning of the session, I'll ask you to give me an update. That's the green section here. And any of these sections can be collapsed and expanded by this little thing on the left here. So the update, I'd like you to put down any victories that I should know about, any small changes or any big changes in the company. These aren't things we often need to talk about, but they're things that I should know. The agenda will put down, either you or I can put down anything we want to talk about, either before the session or at the beginning of the session if you haven't done it already. And this yellow one we don't use that much, but it's any big themes that we need to be reminded of to talk about. The action items are the things that we'll also use during the session or at the end. Click on the action item tab and put in anything that we agreed that you will do before our next call. So this would be the task. This would be the definition of when it's done. These date columns here, you can double click and you'll get a little calendar. It'll put the date that's assigned, the due date. And then as you start to work on it, you can put the status. So either it's not started, this one might be in progress, this one you might have run into trouble, here's another one in progress, this one's done, etc. If there's any notes, this column F is optional, but if there's any notes or a link to a document from this task, then you can put it here. By the way, you can copy this and use it with some of your staff. Just add a column for who you're assigning something to, and then you can sort it and they can track whether it's done or not, and saves you a lot of communication time. The thing you can do with this column E is right click on it and sort it by Z to A. And what that does is anything that's in trouble shows up at the top. Anything that's done that you really don't have to pay attention to shows up at the bottom. So these are the two tabs that we'll be using most often: the dashboard and the action items.